everybody, this is Baldo LaRussa with the SoldByBaldo team at Keller Williams Legendary. I have my partner Barbara Ventura and my partner Giuseppe DiBartola with me today. We're going to be cooking a simple fish dish. So every culture, every family, you know, we have traditions. A tradition that all of us are a part of is when you buy your first home, your first meal prepared in the house should be a fish dish. It brings health, wealth, and prosperity. So we're going to show you a simple fish dish to prepare. Excited to do this for you. So today we're preparing a lemon sole. Things that you're going to need to get this set up: garlic, Calabrian chili, artichoke hearts, capers, onions, parsley, cherry tomatoes, butter, a little bit of chicken stock, fresh lemon, seasoned flour, and any type of fillet that you like. Today I have a fillet of sole, a lemon sole. So we're going to start with sauteing a little bit of garlic, nice and slow, some olive oil, and then we're going to add the Calabrian chilies and saute the spinach, and then we're going to put that aside.
So Baldo, now that you gave us a great idea for the first dish for someone buying a new house, what would you advise someone that's ready to buy? Their finances are in order, but their credit is not that great.
So, you know, that's something that we help work with. Me and my team, of course, you, Joe, and Marco, we're surrounded by professionals that help in this situation. So if you are thinking about buying a house and you are thinking about starting the process, even if we're 6 months to a year out, this is what we're there to do. We're there to help you and make sure we help you through the process. So if your credit might not be great, we have loan officers that are more than willing to help you get set up and get yourself in order to be a homeowner. So we sauteed the garlic nice and gently. We added the Calabrian chilies. I added the spinach, some salt, some pepper, and I hit with a touch of white wine. Now I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it aside. And we're going to start with our fish. That's going to be the base of our meal today.
Nice. So how long does this dish take to make?
So from start to finish, prep to seat, I would say it probably takes about 15 minutes.
Oh, that's
so it's not much. Most of the stuff that you have, capers are in a jar, artichoke hearts are in a jar, slicing up a few cherry tomatoes, some onions and some garlic and some parsley, and that's basically it. Everything else is real easy. So
it's a quick dinner.
Yeah, it's a very quick dinner. It's very inexpensive, especially when you're buying your first home. You know, in the beginning it might be a little bit tough. You're getting acclimated to spending a little bit more than you're used to. So this is definitely a great meal to prep, and you're not skimping on quality. This is an excellent thing to eat.
Absolutely. You know, when I first bought my house, we had squid. So we actually had that. Stuffed squid was our first dish in the house.
Nice. Mine was linguine white clam sauce. So yeah, I went a little cheaper. So next step here is I have a little bit more olive oil in the pan, and I'm coating my lemon sole in some seasoned flour, salt, pepper, flour. That's all seasoned flour is.
Nice.
Now we're going to put it down. We're going to get a nice little crust on it, and then we're going to start the sauce on it.
I always love that sizzle right when you put down the fish into the hot oil.
One of my favorite things.
So good.
So, Bob,
yes.
You know, you just answered the question in regards to, you know, where they should go first and who they should talk to. So, what's the next process after that one?
So, I think the first process is getting in touch with a real estate agent. So, once you're set up with a real estate agent and they have a team, the next thing you want to do is you want to get your affairs in order, and you want to make sure that you're set up with a loan officer. Okay. There's tons of loan officers out there. We work with several that I recommend very highly. We try to pair people to the officer. They're the ones who are going to make sure that you can afford what you're looking for, how much, and they're usually off by just a few dollars. So when when you meet with the good loan officer, they're going to check all your finances. They're going to make sure what your monthly payments are going to be. They're going to check what your taxes are going to be, your insurance, and they get you to a point really where you don't have to think about it. The number they're giving you is the actual number you're going to be paying, and that number is a number that first-time home buyers should be comfortable with.
And it's important to be comfortable because it's not just about the mortgage you're getting, but it's about what they're comfortable paying month over month until they get a little bit more acclimated, especially in the beginning.
Absolutely. So,
the one thing I like that our team does is we really pair our buyers with the right people. Because it's so important to have that connection between all parties to really get that going, to make that transition in the first purchase. Throughout the entire motion, really, really good.
Absolutely.
And for first-time home buyers that they don't really understand the process, what's the timeline that from starting to search for a house and actually ending up with accepted offer? Because they may get discouraged putting in offers and not getting accepted in the beginning.
So this market is a different type of market. We've been in this market now. I feel like we're back in kind of that COVID market where there's very low supply, still high demand. Yes, interest rates are higher than when COVID started, but it varies. It varies on finding your right match, making sure you can afford that property. But typically, if we went out, we found your house from start to finish, you could be a homeowner in less than 60 days. So that's usually the process of the time that it usually takes.
Well, that's pretty quick then.
Yeah, it's definitely quick.
It's important to have
everything in order. Absolutely. Wow. Especially in this market, you have to have everything in order. So once this fish is cooked on both sides with a beautiful color to it, we're going to take it off, put it aside, and we're going to add a little bit of butter. We're going to add some onions.
Butter.
Yes.
What's a good wine to drink with this?
So what I have paired with it is from the Brooklyn Winery. It's a Chardonnay. This is what I'm using to put in the meal itself, and definitely a great wine to drink as well. But you put what you like. This is such a simple dish. If you like artichoke hearts, put them. If you don't. You want mushrooms in it, put mushrooms. If you like tomatoes, put it. If you don't. It all depends on what you like. This is more about what you wanna. It's a quick dish. It could be interpreted in so many different ways. It's what you like.
My kids actually love the simple fish.
Yes,
they love it.
Absolutely. Same here. I'm going to put some capers in there. So I have onions, capers, and I'm going to put my artichoke hearts in as well.
Love artichokes.
It smells so good.
Love artichokes. Hearts.
So we're going to hit this with a little bit of salt and pepper as well. A little bit of salt because capers are already very salty. And then this is chicken stock.
Ooh.
Yes. I'm just going to add a little bit of chicken stock to it.
What did you add in there?
Just chicken stock, yeah. We're just going to do this just to soften up the onions. Once it dries out, we're going to add the white wine. We're going to add a little bit more chicken stock. And the tomatoes I like to put in last because I like them to be fresh, citrusy, and really give a nice, blast to it.
Man, if our viewers can smell this right now.
Yeah, it smells great. It really does. So I'm going to put a little bit of wine. We'll let that cook down.
So, during the process that our customers are buying this house, right? There's that time frame when they get that pre-approval, they put their offer in. How do we keep, what do you recommend to keep them, motivated within that process? Because it can take a good 30 to 45 days until that goes to closing.
Absolutely. So, not even to the closing part. This is a huge purchase. So there are moments that can be very disappointing as well. We don't get the first house we love. We're not aggressive when we should be. Adding a little bit more chicken stock to it. So to keep them motivated is, you know, it depends. You know, what's the situation? Why are they looking for this house? We come from a place of caring, so we want to know what they need, and we remind them of that. So we let them know, hey, look, you know, the family's getting bigger. You need an extra bedroom. You know, look, we're going to find that house. It's going to happen. You're going to get it. And we don't stop until we find it for them.
So asking those right questions really gets it to understand what their lifestyle needs are, and
Absolutely.
really get them on. So
we want to know our clients, our customers, because we want to know exactly what they're looking for, and we want to help them as much as we can, because what we do is they don't stay clients, they don't stay customers, they become friends. We keep in touch with you.
That's
we don't let
true.
you go, and we annoy you as much as we can in a good way. We're there to help you just in case you need somebody who, you need a plumber, you need an electrician, you need somebody banging in the background. You know, whatever you need, we have this. This is something that we deal with on a daily basis. So we try to stay around our buyers and help them through this whole process of home buying. Here's this quick tip. To thicken your sauce, you take a knob of butter and you dip it into your seasoned flour. And you put it into your sauce. That's going to make it unbelievable. Now we're almost ready, so I'm going to add the cherry tomatoes.
Oh, I can't wait to eat this.
Lemon is in there already.
Back to your point, it's okay to compromise on your first house, because usually you're not going to find 100% of everything that you look for.
Totally agree.
And the first house is usually not your forever home, it's a stepping stone to the next.
Right.
So, you know, you do have to keep an open mind when looking, but we try to find you everything that you're looking for. In the instance that we don't find it, you know.
That's absolutely true. I mean, I think the one thing that we do with Great is when we show them their first home with every notch, it usually ends up becoming the most expensive house on the block. And we know that they can't afford it. So at that point, you know, what ends up happening is they start like compromising on each step of what they do want
It's a learning process.
and what they don't want, which is good.
I think the most important thing to know as a first-time home buyer is we all have wants and then we have needs. So our needs are really what we focus on, and then we try to add our wants to them as well. So, you know, again, when you are looking for a house, just focus on your needs first and then your wants after. So if you have 7 people in your family, you're probably going to need more than a 2-bedroom. You know, so you know, this is where we have to compromise. And
Absolutely true.
And we have to figure out.
So, but you know, they got to, you know, we have these customers. They got to the point where they had their offer accepted. Now it's their point that they have to make the inspection. How's that working?
Inspection?
Yeah.
So inspection to me is one of the most important parts of buying a home, especially if it's your first time buying a home. You want somebody, a professional. We go into thousands of homes a year. None of us are contractors, none of us are engineers, none of us are plumbers, none of us are electricians. You want somebody who really does know what they're doing. Somebody who has knowledge and somebody who does this on a daily basis. It doesn't have to be an inspector if you have a family member or somebody, or yourself, you're a contractor, or, you know, that's fine. I think that's perfect. But I think the inspection part of buying a home, especially a first-time home buyer, it is so important to have somebody go through and look for what there could be issues, because there's underlying issues that are so expensive. You have to have somebody, a professional, in there looking at it.
So what you're saying is you highly recommend having a home inspection?
Oh, without a doubt. It's so important to have a home inspection. So important to have a home inspection.
Well, that looks amazing.
Okay, we're plating it up.
Start.
So,
look at that. If you can only smell this.
I'm going to add some fresh spinach alongside.
Hey, Bob, weren't you executive chef?
I was a chef for a little while, yes. Absolutely, I was. I loved it. I miss it sometimes, but nothing makes me as happy as being a real estate agent and being able to help families constantly And the good part about being a chef, I can still cook. Not
good.
being a chef, I can still cook.
Wow, that looks delicious.
So here's the finished product.
That looks amazing.
And that should feed either 2 to 3 people or just me. I like to serve it with some crusty bread as well. Guys, try it out. Tell me what you think.
Recipe sovereignty.
You think alike.
Wow, it's really good. Really, really good.
That was delicious.
All right, guys, try the Calabrian chili spinach. Very good.
Wow, that's really good.
This is the way to do it. Ready? Take a piece of fish. Now you know what's going to happen, right?
Ooh, wow, it's spicy.
It hits right after.
Yeah, right here. Just like that.
Just.
That's spicy.
I think this will be the next dish I make it.
You know what? I think I might make this dish at home.
My kids would love this. They like spice.
My wife will love this.
So, you know, hopefully when you buy your first home, this could be one of the dishes that you make, and it'll bring you health, wealth, and prosperity. Hopefully you like the recipe. Hopefully you try it. And if you have any questions when it comes to real estate, any of your real estate needs, please reach out to myself, my team. This is what we do. We're here to help. So, thank you, and I hope you enjoyed it.